Ms. Moræus Hanssen, what is your key message for our audience today?
Today I would like to emphasize the need to make sure that we do and take rational decisions about the future. When I go to these events and you put the industry perspective into a political setting, I'm also always worried that we end up making the wrong choices about the way forward, that we sub-optimize because we locally or nationally or in a European perspective prioritize things that in the long run is probably not best for the global setting. So to make decisions and to set courses on actual facts and be factuals and thinking about the holistic perspective and not only a German perspective or a local perspective or a European perspective, I think that's important, and that's maybe a reminder today.
What do you think, what trends will influence the future of economy and industry?
Well, you have a lot of sort of short-term noise these days. I mean, there's a lot of discussion about international trade, about trade wars, which is fundamentally disturbing, but hopefully not long-lasting. So going forward, I would focus with my industry background and business on the climate change and the energy transition. And I believe that we are out for some real fundamental change in the way we produce and consume energy going forward. And I think that's a fundamental change that, in 20, 30, 50 years, we will look back at where we were today and think, why on earth did we do this? Or, why were we so irrational and so inefficient in many ways?
Oil and gas are key energy forms for our society. What future do you see for these sources?
I see a long future for oil and gas, and primarily gas as an energy source. Oil as an energy source may be reduced, but oil will still be a product and an important product. But in this setting, and whenever I have this discussion, for me it's important to remind everyone that we are talking very long term here. If you look at even the most sort of radical prognosis, they would probably say that fossil fuels represent 50% of the energy mix in 2050. Or that gas represents 25% of the energy mix in 2050 globally. And this is an enormous industry. So regardless of what we say about the energy transition and the move towards decarbonized energy, oil and gas is here to stay for a long time. And that's an important message to give, because we tend to believe that what we discuss today is the future of tomorrow. But that's not the reality.